CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Connor Hogg.
Good evening. The Correctional Service of Canada calls it an unimaginable loss. 2 correctional officers and an inmate died yesterday in a 2-vehicle crash on a rural Alberta highway. The victims have now been identified and are being mourned across the country. CTV's Nicole Weisberg has more.
The RCMP was rocked when they responded to the scene.
A collision on a rural Alberta highway that claimed the lives of 3 people in a correctional van. 2 correctional officers, identified as Nikolai Serbin and Ramandeep Karman, were killed, as well as a 24-year-old inmate named Kiera Muswa.
They lost their lives while carrying out their duties, transporting a offender who also passed in the accident. So really difficult time for all of us.
Investigators are now piecing together what happened. RCMP say the correctional van collided with a box truck. The driver of the truck suffered minor injuries. Police say the intersection has a stop sign in 2 of the directions, and the other 2 are through lanes.
To determine the direction of travel, the speed, the position of the occupants, and if there is even any criminal culpability.
Police say Muswa was a resident of North Battleford, Saskatchewan. Serbin, a 57-year-old from Sherwood Park, and Carmen, a 25-year-old from Winnipeg. Community activist Verinder Buller says Carmen came to Canada as an international student from India.
She completed her study from Manitoba and moved to Edmonton 6 months ago, and then was working in this job and working hard. And on her last day, she was working 3 hours of overtime, and that took her life. That was not her scheduled shift.
Buller says her family is devastated. They're planning to travel to Edmonton in the wake of her death. The president of the Alberta First Responders Association says something like this impacts everyone in the field.
We've had a really terrible year for first responders dying on duty or off duty. And, it just feels like 2 weeks maybe without our ribbon on our shoulders. So now we're having to put it back on. So you have to deal with this.
His association will be collecting money for the victims' loved ones at a barbecue event next weekend in Spruce Grove. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Edmonton's mayor is offering his condolences to the friends and family of a man killed while protecting his business. CTV News obtained this security camera footage of Wednesday's assault inside a central Edmonton liquor store. Police say Sukhjit Randhawa died in hospital. 22-year-old Nicholas Butler Chowis has been charged with second-degree murder. Court records show he's previously faced multiple theft and assault charges. A nearby business owner says he was friends with Randhawa. He says some of his staff are affected.
Everyone is under trauma. I'm like, somebody got killed. How you want them to behave? I'm like, they feel horrible right now that the person they knew, they see every day, he got killed.
In a statement, the mayor says the city remains steadfast in its commitment to working with partners to ensure a safer, more supportive environment for all who call Edmonton home. A memorial service is being held next Wednesday. Ads for online betting platforms are popping up nearly everywhere 3 weeks after Alberta opened the legal marketplace. One gambling researcher says the government should do more to protect Albertans from the harms of online gambling. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
Alberta, the moment is here.
They're on TV.
Your favorite sports app is now your sports book.
Podcasts. Even public transit. In the 3 weeks since Alberta launched its regulated online gambling marketplace, the advertisements have been hard to ignore.
Every YouTube ad is always gambling, and it's basically everywhere.
I wish they would stop. I don't know how to stop them, but yeah, I find them irritating.
I just let them go by. I mean, it's just, there's another ad kind of thing.
Ads for at least 5 different gambling sites are cycling through this digital billboard behind me here, and if that's not enough, a 6th one is being advertised just across the street.
So you go to the bathroom in some restaurants and there's the ads right there as you're having a leak. They're everywhere.
This addictions researcher is also an ER doctor at the Royal Alex. He's worried more opportunities to gamble might mean more problems.
And we see people in emergency that are suicidal. You're getting, 20-year-olds that are coming in with $200,000-$300,000 of debt, and they don't know how they ended up there.
You can't trust everyone. but you can trust BetMGM.
Francis Gutty says Ontario has seen a rise in gambling addiction, especially in young men, since it went down this path a few years ago.
We can look to Ontario how not to do it, and what we've done is we've replicated it.
At the launch event last month, Minister Dale Nally said Alberta's regulated market comes with meaningful safeguards for users.
Our focus has been clear. Protect Albertans, especially young people.
The government expects to pull in $76 million a year in gambling revenue and will set aside 1% for problem gambling programs.
10% of all revenue that comes into gambling should go towards prevention and treatment. That's how big the problem is.
Struggling reliever, advantage, offense.
Blue Jays money line. Lock it in.
Minister Nally says the government will continue to monitor gaming ads closely to make sure they don't normalize gambling. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
If you're hoping to renew your driver's license or ID card anytime soon, you may want to pack your patience. Albertans are reporting long wait times at registries across the province as new integrated ID cards roll out. As CTV's Tim Brooke explains, it's leading to confusion, frustration, and some scrambling Albertans.
Matthew Randolph is becoming all too familiar with this Shaughnessy registry.
I just thought that if I keep at it, it'll work out, and I still hope it will.
He's been in and out 5 times over the last month trying to update information for his elderly father who isn't mobile enough to make it in himself.
He immigrated to Canada from the U.S. in 1969, and he had a Canadian citizenship certificate from 1975, but I'm told that it's too old.
Situations like Randolph's have overrun some Calgary registries. Ever since the province's new integrated ID, healthcare, and citizenship cards rolled out, wait times have skyrocketed.
They get to the registrar, they've already been waiting for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, and then they find out that they don't have the right documentation.
Even the politicians are feeling it.
So I went to another registry and it was 2.5 hours in the queue.
But the province isn't panicking.
We're not surprised. This is a new process, and we're hearing from Albertans that it's taking longer. Of course, there are additional steps.
Minister Dale Nally points out license applications are up 33% year over year, so of course there's going to be some initial shock.
It's not unreasonable to think that many of those are people that are doing early renewals because they want the new card. They see the value. They see the convenience.
There is a 60-day grace period for those who are unable to provide the right documentation. To request that grace period, though, Albertans need to visit a registry agent in person and pay a fee.
Something needs to be done to make the urgent process more accessible to Albertans.
In the meantime, Nally says no one trying to follow the renewal rules will be charged or lose health coverage.
Nobody's going to get fined.
But they will have to be patient. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
A federal MP from our province has started a petition to expand emergency alerts for vulnerable children. It follows calls for changes after the death of 11-year-old Parker Wells. He wandered away from his day home in mid-July. His body was found nearly 2 weeks later. Since there was no sign of abduction, it did not meet the requirements for an Amber Alert. An exception was eventually made for the autistic, nonverbal boy 2 days after he disappeared. MP Michelle Rempel-Garner started the petition, which people can sign online. It also calls for first responders to receive training about children with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The city is down 2 more elm trees after more cases of Dutch elm disease were confirmed in different areas of Edmonton. The city says the infected trees were on city property. They were found within the Dutch elm disease protocol zones established around previously confirmed cases. One tree was in the Delwood neighborhood, the other was downtown. Both were removed today. The city says nearby elms will not be removed because the infected trees' roots were contained. The 2 trees are the 15th and 16th confirmed cases since the disease was first detected in 2024. City scientist Mike Jenkins says it's possible the disease is spreading from an unknown source.
This was not a one-off introduction, one pile of firewood or something a couple of years ago. There's an establishment somewhere within the city, and they're expanding from there.
Jenkins says any fallen trees from recent storms should be removed as soon as possible. He says they can act as breeding grounds for the beetles that spread Dutch elm disease. Capital Line LRT service is shut down between Churchill and Clairview stations this weekend. The closures will allow crews to install overhead electrical lines north of 115th Avenue. It will last until Sunday at 8 a.m. Replacement buses will be available at both stations during the closures. And starting Monday, the 184th Street Bridge over Yellowhead Trail will fully close for 3 months. The city says the closure will accelerate construction. The rehabilitation work is expected to be finished this fall. The ramps on and off Yellowhead Trail will be open so drivers can access 184th Street. Detours will be in place for drivers who need to cross Yellowhead Trail. The city says this is the first rehabilitation work on the bridge since it was constructed in the early 2000s. A popular car show is on the move for its 30th anniversary. Rock in August brings enthusiasts of all things roadworthy to St. Albert. CTV's Noah Rashog has more on the show and the charitable cause it's raising money for.
Rock in August is revving up for its 30th year. Car owners from across the prairies will be gathering in St. Albert to show off their rides.
It's a 79 Corvette. It's a L82, the higher horsepower model.
Well, it's got a 305 engine, only 190 horsepower, but it's got a lot of bottom end torque and goes good.
My 1969 Plymouth Sport Fury. I bought it when I was 18 years old. I've had it for, well, I got to do the math, for about over 40 years now.
Most of these cars have had years of work put into them.
Not too many nuts and bolts I haven't pulled apart on it.
I did all the paint job, all the suspension, bodywork, brakes, steering, completely everything. It's a fully restored car.
From rare, one-of-a-kind builds to eccentric motorhomes.
We've been to Banff and Lake Louise and High River last weekend with it. Got home just in time to clean it out and come to the car show.
Rock in August is a fundraiser for the Alberta Diabetes Foundation. Over 30 years, the show has raised $1.9 million.
So we're funding really innovative projects here in Alberta, funding diabetes prevention, research, treatment, care, cure, really the gamut of all diabetes research.
This year, they hope to push past $2 million.
We actually give away our car. So once a year, we give away a classic car. We've raised money selling tickets all year. This year was a 1965 Acadian Beaumont. The winner just took delivery of the car this morning.
Rock in August wraps up on Saturday evening with a grand car show in the parking lots surrounding Service Place. Noah Rashog, CTV News, St. Albert.
Ice District has been taken over by a different kind of hockey. The 3-on-3 ball hockey tournament brings together hundreds of young players of all skill levels. Players say it's a great atmosphere downtown. It's also the scene of some serious competition.
Everybody knows it's all in fun. That doesn't take away from the competitive side. Like everybody out here, every shift, giving it everything they got, each board battle, each shot, each save. Nobody ever gives up.
The tournament wraps up on Sunday. If you're looking for something else to do this weekend, Ice District is hosting Every Kid Deserves a Shot Community Day. There will be food trucks, bouncy castles, and a chance to meet Oilers mascot, Hunter. Coming up next, days after a protest, the province announces a series of town halls discussing new AI data centers. And also just ahead, after years of struggles with infertility, a Calgary couple is experiencing the opposite.
The advice, sleep when the baby sleeps. Which baby?
Good evening, folks. Some heat in the west, 30 in Jasper today. A little cooler further to the east, highs near 20. Fort McMurray through Lloydminster. Here in Edmonton at 23 degrees for a daytime high today. We should be in the same ballpark tomorrow. There are some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for the weekend, though. We'll break down the timeline on that in just a few minutes.
The province is hosting a series of town halls regarding AI data centers. The government has also launched an online information site. This campaign comes days after hundreds of people protested Meta's planned data center in Sturgeon County. The $13 billion facility would require up to 1 gigawatt of power, with people raising concerns about utility bills, water use, and emissions. The province says its approach rests on 4 commitments: that Albertans don't pay, the grid comes first, operators can refuse data center connections if they threaten reliability, and water is protected. The province says Albertans will share the upside as data centers pay a levy along with municipal taxes. 3 town halls are scheduled for this month, with one in Sturgeon County on August 20th. The Premier will be hosting a virtual meeting August 27th. After years of infertility struggles, a Calgary couple is now experiencing parenthood 4 times over after the birth of quadruplets. While they couldn't be happier with their bundles of joy, they hope to inspire change in how the province helps couples in their situation. CTV's Mark Villani has more.
Mama loves you so much.
One baby is a handful, but 4 is a completely different adventure for new parents Lola and David Olawale.
I'm looking forward to seeing them grow and seeing, how their personalities evolve.
It's the rare arrival of quadruplets in Calgary, the first in 8 years. Known as the J4 Quads, Josiah, Joshua, Jemima, and Joanna were born through in vitro fertilization on May 7th prematurely at 29 weeks, spending between 60 to 83 days at the Foothills Hospital NICU before finally coming home. There's been no shortage of sleepless nights ever since.
The advice: sleep when the baby sleeps. Which baby?
The babies now go through 1 full can of formula and 24 diapers every single day. A GoFundMe page hopes to offset some of those costs, but the family is already struggling. Lola and David spent $25,000 for an IVF cycle in Calgary. After that failed, they traveled to Nigeria, opting for a cheaper $5,000 procedure where 2 embryos split into 4 and quite literally changed their world.
It would be good that we know that we have the government on our side, not setting up us to fail.
Alberta currently funds the freezing of eggs and sperm for cancer patients who may have to delay a childbirth, but unlike several other provinces, it does not provide funding for IVF treatments.
Fertility care is health care, period.
In a statement, the province says Alberta's public health care covers medical consultations, referrals, and lab services needed to diagnose infertility. We're exploring options to better support Albertans.
The cost of IVF, and oftentimes you need more than one IVF, as evidenced by this couple, the cost can be enormous. We need to do more.
But after thinking they'd never be lucky enough to have a child in the first place, these new parents are overjoyed to have even more than they ever bargained for.
We are blessed. We are so happy to have them.
It's been a wonderful journey so far.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
Statistics Canada says the country's unemployment rate has dropped, with Canada adding 75,000 new jobs in July. The unemployment rate is down to 6.4%. Most of the jobs went to 25 to 54-year-olds and women in that age group. In Alberta, the unemployment rate held steady in July at 7%. People in Strathcona County are learning more about emergency workers in their community. RCMP, fire, EMS, and crews from other emergency agencies held an event in Sherwood Park. They put on demonstrations and led activities for people of all ages. Mounties say it's a way for local kids to learn more about what emergency crews do and who they can reach out to for help. It's also a prevention tool.
There are opportunities where education really helps to prevent crime or situations that become emergencies, and we're really hoping that if we share that information today, it can help to reduce the likelihood of somebody being in an emergency.
RCMP recruiters were also there to speak with anyone interested in a policing career. Coming up after the break, an Edmonton pizzeria getting lots of online attention for an unusual marketing tactic.
Yeah.
And when that specifically strategy worked, we focused on it.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. It was a cool morning. 8 degrees to start the day, 5 degrees below average. Got to 23, though, for a high this afternoon, right on par with the average, and we'll be around 23 or 24 again tomorrow. I think we'll start the day with a bit of extra cloud cover. There might be a scattered shower in the area, but for the most part, I think we're just mostly cloudy. We'll get some sunny breaks late morning, early afternoon. Most of the daytime hours actually look pretty decent. You do have a good chance of some thunderstorms, though, further to the south around supper time, off to the west, southwest, up into the Peace Country. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day tomorrow. I think the best chance for Edmonton is going to come late in the evening and through the overnight period. So I think you're okay for most of the day tomorrow. And that's probably the case Sunday as well. Mix of sun and cloud for most of the day. Some storms building up, though, off to the west late afternoon and through the evening and the overnight period. Could see some storms once again push through the Edmonton region. Better chance again Sunday night in that Red Deer region and areas to the south. All right, let's take you through the morning lows tomorrow. 9s and 10s, not minus 9s, not yet. 9s and 10s across East Central and Northeastern Alberta. Same in the Peace Country. We'll get to about 12 in Edmonton. Daytime highs tomorrow. Low 20s across the north. A little drier in the northeast. A little better chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms further to the west, northwest. Red Deer at about 23. Supper time and into the evening hours. Good chance of some storms there. 21 for Lloydminster and 26 into Jasper. Here in Edmonton, about 24 for a high. Mixed sun and cloud through the day. Again, there's a slight chance of a spotty shower early in the morning, but dry for most of the daytime hours. And then late Saturday night, chance of some showers or thunderstorms. Late afternoon into the evening hours, Sunday, chance of showers or thunderstorms, about 21. And then a little cooler for Monday, Tuesday, a little better chance of some steadier rain there on Tuesday as well. It does look drier and low 20s for the middle to the end of next week. That is your forecast.
More areas of Elk Island National Park are back open as cleanup continues after several summer storms. The reopened areas include the Wakotawin Visitor Center, the Elk Island Parkway, Bison Loop Road, and several campgrounds and day-use areas. You can head to the Elk Island website for more details about which areas are open. Banff's legendary grizzly bear, known as the Boss, who was spotted feasting on buffalo berries in Banff National Park 2 days ago. The pictures were taken from the safety of a vehicle, so the Boss wasn't disturbed. The Boss has ruled the Bow Valley for decades as the biggest bear in the region. He is getting older, though, reaching the ripe old age of about 28. Parks Canada staff say he is losing some teeth, but is otherwise healthy. A pizzeria just west of downtown is gaining millions of social media views because of its bait-and-switch videos. While it's not a traditional marketing strategy, the results are undeniable. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
Papa Giuseppe Kitchen in downtown Edmonton has been open for 2 years.
Yeah.
Videos like this gained traction over the past year, getting the 22-seat restaurant close to 70,000 TikTok followers.
We tried a lot of things to make it work, and then when that specifically strategy worked, we focused on it.
It started bringing people in, which was lovely.
The restaurant manager estimates the account brings in around 3 out of every 5 customers, with some traveling hours to try the food.
The one reason right now I could say why we're still like treading water, we're keeping afloat, is because we can get these people coming in from out of town, because a lot of people in Edmonton just don't want to be downtown right now.
He says turning to social media and creating a unique posting style is something other restaurants should consider to get people in the door.
That's literally where our profit margin comes from right now.
Welcome to Papa Giuseppe's Kitchen.
You just got Giuseppe. That's what people online and at the business are calling it when you get tricked by one of their videos. It's an odd marketing strategy, but it seems to be paying off.
I live in Edmonton all my life. Never heard of Giuseppe's.
This lunchtime visitor heard about the pizza spot from his daughter, who learned about it from a little further away.
And met some good friends from Manchester, England. And they asked them where they're from. She said Edmonton. And the British guy says, well, I know Edmonton. That's where Giuseppe's is.
The restaurant manager says it's not a one-off, and they're building a customer base out of people who got Giuseppe'd.
The reach that social media can have is absolutely insane. The power that it has is insane.
That power and product gaining them a global audience. Curtis Gudrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
That's our show for this evening. For the latest news anytime, visit our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Thank you for spending your time here. Have a good night.